What's up guys, I'm DK Wrestler, and in today's video I'm going to be doing a top 10 list of my favorite Funko Pops that were announced in the month of January 2025. Now, depending on how new you are to the channel, you might realize I have a bit of a different background, and that is because I am at the other MDK Collect Studios, aka MD Shady's place, as we just finished filming February and March 2025 sets of YouTube Shorts. But nonetheless, let's kick off my top 10 list. Kicking off with number 10 on my list, it is the Target exclusive Spider-Man 2099 comic covers. Now, this is a pretty decent comic covers. Of course, that actual comic cover itself is, I believe, a very pricey comic book to get. So it is cool that Funko actually made it into a comic covers this time around, especially with them lately making Spider-Man 2099 pops like the ones from Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse. However, because of the fact that there are singular Spider-Man 2099 pops that I feel like may be a cheaper route than getting the comic book covers, that's why it is at number 10 on my list. Coming in at number 9 on my list is Dratini from Pokemon. Finally, Funko is making more Gen 1 Pokemon pops, and that's why it definitely made the list. And I think the way that they executed it was pretty decent, and of course, already we do have Dragonite, which is the last of the evolutions for that certain Pokemon, but of course, they still need to make Dragonair to make the 3 pops of that certain evolution, which seems to be a thing that Funko always does, where they start a lineup, they end it, but they don't add the pop in the middle. Like, we have Charmander, that was one of the very first Pokemon pops. We do have Charizard, but we don't have Charmeleon. So hopefully one day soon, maybe we will get Dragonair, maybe we will get Charmeleon. Let's just see Funko end these evolutions and not just go to the different gens that they keep doing for Pokemon waves. Coming in at number 8 on my list is the Fanatics exclusive John Cena from the WWE lineup. Now, of course, we did have the other John Cena pop get announced earlier on the month. That was a pre-order on the Funko shop. It has that QR code sticker, and it's based off of the attire that he wore on the debut episode of Raw on Netflix. This is the exact farewell John Cena that I hope was going to be announced when it was originally in the leaked rumor mill, where of course he's wearing the red attire, the exact attire that he would have worn at the Money in the Bank 2024 Premium Live event, where he initially made his announcement that he's retiring from professional wrestling in 2025. But the reason that this pop is pretty much lower on my list is because you can't really see the design of the shirt, because he is holding his hand to do the "you can't see me" pose, so it really is blocking that shirt, while with the other John Cena pop you can see the logo that's on the shirt, but I would rather have the red shirt than the blue shirt like I mentioned. Coming in at number 7 on my list is Whiplash from the Marvel Infinity Saga set. This is a really awesome pop, and I believe when I had done the This Week in Funko News videos, that when I do the usual top 5 portions of the list, the week that this got announced was the number 1 pop on this list, so it does make sense to have a spot on this specific list. And even though we previously had a Whiplash pop in the form of the moments involving Iron Man for the Collector's Core box, it is really awesome to finally get a singular pop in case you didn't want to fork up the money for a moment. And the detail of this new pop is still cool, with the different color streaks in his hair, and then the weapons in his hand still look cool. But it is a bit low on my list because this isn't entirely a pop that I'm going to be putting into my collection, but can still respect that there is a singular pop of Whiplash now, and who can go wrong with Mickey Rourke? Coming in at number 6 on my list is Naked Snake from Metal Gear Solid. Now, it is really awesome to see some new video game pops. Yes, we do get new pops for, let's say, Sonic the Hedgehog, or Five Nights at Freddy's, or Fortnite perhaps, but never have we gotten a pop for Metal Gear Solid, which is a pretty popular video game. And of course, Snake being the main character, he had to be a pop made for a Metal Gear Solid set. And although I do think the detail is really cool, it's a bit low on my list, not only because I don't plan on getting these pops, but I feel like at some point there's going to be a much better looking Snake pop in the near future, whether it be some sort of exclusive to, let's say, GameStop, because after all it's a video game, or the fact that maybe it could be a Comic-Con exclusive down the line. Coming in at number 5 on my list is the Freddy and Proto as Finn and Jake from the Adventure Time Funko NFT set. The way they executed this pop is really awesome, and the fact that they actually went with two characters in one as a pop and buddy, instead of, let's say, Freddy Funko as Finn the Human by itself, or Proto the Dog as Jake the Dog by itself. They merged the two together and we got a pop and buddy, and I really like that, and I think that's why this is definitely going to be one of the more unique royalties to a Funko NFT set yet. Coming in at number 4 on my list is L.A. Knight. Yeah! This pop is absolutely awesome, and really a lot of the WWE pops in the set are awesome, but L.A. Knight is someone that hasn't had a pop yet and is long overdue in my opinion because of how popular he is within the WWE universe. The way they have the glasses, his posing, the shirt, and of course holding the microphone definitely makes sense, and the only reason that it is a bit lower than, let's say, than the top 3 portion, considering I am DK Wrestler and I am likely to add a wrestling pop onto my top 10 list, is that I like the design of the LA Knight exclusive from what it looks like that's from the leaks more than this one, but unfortunately that is yet to be confirmed. But knowing me and how I always film these videos the day before the last day so that they release on the last day, maybe the last day of January we perhaps actually get that pop announced, but for right now this is the LA Knight pop that I gotta add. Coming in at number 3 on my list is the Target exclusive Black Rose Dragon from Yu-Gi-Oh! Of course, knowing me, I'm going to try to get every single Yu-Gi-Oh! Pop out there, no matter what Yu-Gi-Oh! It's from, but recently I actually found out that this isn't from GX, this is from 5Ds. D's nuts? Ha! Gotti! Sorry, I had to definitely make that joke. But nonetheless, the detail of this pop is absolutely gorgeous though for a Funko Pop. The way they pulled off the eyes, you got the way that the wings are. Really awesome, and because it is a Target exclusive, that means here in Canada, because we don't have Target, it's likely going to show up as a GameStop exclusive, which is the only retailer in my city that actually sells Funko Pops. So yeah, I can't wait to have this in my collection, but definitely would have been higher if, let's say, it was a dual monster from OG Yu-Gi-Oh! That was being announced here. Coming in at number 2 on my list is the Target exclusive Lunch Lady Chris Farley from Saturday Night Live. This pop is absolutely hilarious, and I mentioned in the past that if they made more Chris Farley related SNL pops besides the Matt Foley pop, then I think the Lunch Lady skit should be one that's made, and it was the next one that's made. I'm sure that there's definitely going to be way more Chris Farley related SNL pops, perhaps for Comic-Con exclusive down the line, but this is a great one to give as a regular exclusive. Absolutely hilarious with the wig, the mole on the face, the yellow gloves. Everything about this pop is hilarious. The only reason that it's not number 1 though is because I am looking for that Matt Foley pop, and it's likely going to be the only Chris Farley related pop that I have in my collection besides the entire 3 pop set of the Tommy Boy pops. Let's move on to the usual honorable mentions, which of course I have 3 of them. So the first honorable mention I have on my list is the Hershey's Cookies and Cream Bar. Now, although first I don't really like the foodies in terms of the ad icons, and I'm not actually a big fan of the Hershey's chocolates overall, the one and only Hershey's chocolate that I actually like is Cookies and Cream, which is why I thought I would make it an honorable mention. And after seeing this bar though, it makes me want to go to my local Dollarama and get one. So, I'll be right back.
A few moments later.
And my second honorable mention on this list is the Freddy's Dark Valentine Funko NFT set. Now, I think this NFT set is absolutely amazing. The way they pulled off all 3 pops within Franny, Freddy, and Proto. However, I'm just not a fan of how this is being executed, where you can only get them by using fan rewards, and the fan rewards program is only available in the US, which for me, I am in Canada, but I thought I would mention it because I couldn't really decide which pop I liked the best to actually add on to this list, so I thought I'd throw them in the honorable mention section. And the last honorable mention on my list is the WWE set of pops. I wanted to add more than just the LA Knight and the John Cena onto this list, but I just didn't want to fill it with basically half the list being WWE pops. This new wave is absolutely awesome, considering that besides one Funko Pop, every single superstar in this set has not previously had a Funko Pop, like Gunther, Io Sky, of course LA Knight, Stacy Keibler, and then of course X-Pac. All these pops look awesome, and of course the new John Cena is really cool also with the QR code, but I just couldn't add more than just the 2 that I already had onto the list, so I thought I'd throw the entire set under the honorable mention. And now coming in at number 1 on my list, it is Barney. The fact that we actually have Barney Funko Pops now, I feel is long overdue, and I felt at one point that it was just never going to happen. But now that we have it here is absolutely awesome, and of course it translated very well into Funko Pop form, looking exactly the same besides maybe the eyes by a little bit, but still really awesome. Anyways guys, that's gonna be the end of today's video. If you enjoyed today's top 10 list, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know down below on what your favorite Funko Pops that were announced in January of 2025, and I hope to see you guys on another video here on the channel. 1, 2, 3, I'm out of here.